Hey guys, it's Carly. I'm back. I can't wait to make some more art with you. I had so much fun last week seeing what you guys made, and I can't wait to see what you guys make this week. So, this week we're going to work on a project that's called, or a drawing I should say, that's called Entopic Graphomania, which is a big mouthful, but it's super easy to do. It's much easier to do it than it is to say it. So, you only need a couple things to get this done. So what you're going to want to grab is a pencil or a pen. It's up to you what you want to use. I just have a felt tip pen here, but you can use whatever kind of pen you want. I'm going to go ahead and use the pen because it's easier for you guys to see it, but you're more than welcome to use a pencil. We need some colored pencils, and we need a piece of paper to draw on. So this time, instead of a plain piece of paper, you're going to use either a page from a magazine, or you can use a newspaper if you want. So I don't have any newspapers at home, so I decided to take an old magazine and rip out a page. So when you're looking for a page to use for this project, you want to make sure you look for something that has a lot of text on it and not a lot of pictures, because we're going to be working with the letters on there. So I found this page here. It just has one little picture down at the bottom, and I'm going to use this one. So just make sure before you start drawing on anything that you have permission from your parents that they don't need the newspaper or the magazine anymore, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and carefully rip this page out. You want to make sure we don't accidentally rip it in half. So we're going to do it carefully. So here's my magazine page. And I'm going to put it down here and show you guys what we're going to do. So we are going to use this page to kind of dictate what we're going to make for a picture. And it's going to come out really cool in the end. But we're going to search for some letters first in order to get the outline of our drawing, and then we're going to color it in. So I'm going to use my name. You could spell out anyone's name if you want, or you could just circle random letters. So I'm going to start by circling a C for Carly. So I'm going to look up in the upper left-hand corner first. I like to do it this way because then it kind of evens out the drawing. So I found my C. Now I'm going to look for an A down in this section here, because that's the next letter in my name. So I got an A here. Just going to circle that. Next is an R. So I'm going to pick one that's kind of in the middle this time. So I'm going to go ahead and circle all the letters in my name. So I'm going to ask you to do the same, but I'm going to do a little time lapse while I do it. Try and make the letters spread out all over the page, okay? I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, so now my paper looks like this. I have a bunch of little circles all around with the letters that spell out my name. And I don't really need to know what they are. It's just to help make random letters and look for them. It's kind of like a little search. Okay, so next what we're going to do is, you can either use a ruler for this part if you want, or you can just do it freehand. It's totally up to you. I'm going to do mine freehand, but if you decide to use a ruler, that's fine. And you also don't have to use straight lines. So if you don't want your lines to be straight, you could make them curved. There's lots of different things you could do, but I'm going to start with just a straight line. So what I'm going to do is start with one point, and I'm going to connect one point to another point. It doesn't have to be in order. You can do it however you want. See, mine's a little curved. So I'm just going to start connecting the letters together in just a random order. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to start a time lapse, and I'm going to make a whole bunch more lines so I end up with a little bit more of closed spaces, because those closed spaces are the ones that we're going to color in. So now I have the outline for my drawing. So you can make as many lines as you want to, or as few as you want to, but we just want to make sure that we have different sections. See, I made a whole bunch of triangles now that I'm going to color in. So all I'm going to do is use my colored pencils and start coloring in the triangles. So the challenge here is to make sure that you don't put the same color next to each other. right next to each other. They can be diagonal, but they can't be right next to each other, okay? So you can use colored pencils or you can use markers. Anything that you like to color with will work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we finished coloring in our drawing. Dun, dun, dun. I hope that you guys had fun doing this. I think it might be a good idea to try another one. I like to make mine with different colors, or I spell out different people's names, or a word that I like. There's lots of different ways you can do it. And you can try using newspaper or magazine. Just make sure if you're going to use newspaper that you're careful when you're using it because it rips really easily. So, and in case you're wondering what Entopic Graphomania means, it basically means that we're using elements on the paper to dictate what we're going to do. So the paper, when we're circling the letters, it's telling us what the next letter is going to be because we're spelling out a word. So it's telling us how to make the drawing. And it's a method that the surrealists used in the 1920s, who were artists who made artwork based on dreams that didn't quite make sense. So if you've ever heard of Salvador Dali, he's the one that painted the clocks that are melting, which would never happen in real life. That's why it's called surrealism. So I hope you guys had fun making your Entopic Graphomania drawings, and I can't wait to see what you guys made. Thanks. Bye.